de gérer la fin de cette zone avec brio. Négocier une trêve. Ce qui va être compliqué, certes, mais pas infaisable.
If the iconoclast... I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet? They're all mad! And what's more, they left us! I don't see... not this again.
Remember what we practiced, sir?
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me. I am a mantipillar, and my will is my cocoon. I can emerge and become whatever I wish. You too?
He has a point, sir. And it's not all bad.
Supposing you're right, who exactly would you have me work with? The iconoclasts are not the most compromising. That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo. I'd be willing to consider it, but I need to see her review first. Very well. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified. I wasn't expecting to say this, but if you can put her in charge and convince her to agree to a meeting, I'd be willing to discuss terms.
Nickel. Allons voir Zora. Zora, la rousse qui suce des grenouilles. Spacer's choice, taste the freedom. C'est cool si j'arrive à faire en sorte qu'ils soient alliés.
Captain, we should chat. Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my... Yeah. Hell, most of our people listen to me already. Take Stellar Bay. Lick our wounds. Sometime, I'm going to confront him. And okay. Deep.
Captain, you must be back with the access codes.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats. What? Zora?
You're running the iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the eternal path. It's time to step down.
The troops? Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer? How can you say that, after all I've done for the iconoclasts? They wouldn't be here without me. I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what...
No. Guilty? I didn't mean for them to... I've spent years atoning...
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After... I'm sorry.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This...
Yeah, please.
If this is where my path ends, I accept...
Well, Captain, you've got the... Void held me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have... I've thought about it, but... I think we're too far gone. Pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line.
Il a accès à des ressources que vous pourriez utiliser pour diffuser votre message.
You know, Captain, I never thought about that. Maybe he could be taught the eternal truth. Spread the message from within the corporations. All right. If he's willing to talk, I'll... Well then. I've got to prepare a few just-in-case measures. But when you're ready, let's meet at the old OSI church outside Stellar Bay. Here we go. Right aside. This is...
Le mec, ils arrêtent pas de me demander. Putain, si je suis pas sur Apex, vous me demandez pas, frère. Genre, c'est normal. Ça, c'est plutôt rare.
Hey, thanks for coming.
I wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union, but I suppose we'll have to improvise.
Gotta admit, I really thought I was walking into a trap here. I'm ready. Sanja, Stellar Bay's got food and walls. And my people need both. If you'll have us, we're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that would cost? Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
Not good enough. I need to move a fair amount of my people into the city. We need shelter, Captain. Suppose some of our healthier folk could offer aid. Some of us need to stay in the city proper, though.
Truly, a compromise? I'm not sure I'd ever have heard as much from Graham.
Graham was a murderous fiend, and I'd be shocked if you didn't already know that. Void take his agreement. He stood by and let it happen.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something, but you two aren't laughing.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far. But that means... I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
And I'm supposed to believe that. Okay. You're right. Sorry. It'll take me a while to get over losing Graham.
You know, I felt the same way years ago, when he first left. You know, there was something magnetic about him that let you ignore the things you didn't want to see. But surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
As am I. Oh, I can feel my blood pressure lowering already.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar. Guess I'll see you at Stellar Bay.
Didn't think I'd see Tucker here again.
Et bah voilà, on s'en va. Against all odds, the unreliable take flight. It's the end.
The ship used to be much quieter. Captain, Improperly filling the fuel cells has triggered a massive plasma discharge. We must travel with caution to the groundbreaker. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Destination reached. The groundbreaker.
Hey, bounty hunter. Nothing at the moment.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in. You're goddamn right. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor. No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine sounds pleased as a pig in shit over cornering the Borst markets. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they? I knew it. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know, you know? I've got a lot on my mind. I have another... They're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested? Right now, it's only salvage on paper. Systems and comms have gone dark. Poke around if you're curious why. While the board lets 1084 gather dust, you're gonna swoop in and plant Sublight's flag. Perfectly legit, perfectly legal. Here, this override bypass should get you into the station systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that. Both. Neither. Right now, it's safer if I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful.
Bon bah, les armes à une main, on touche plus, on est à 100, on a 100, hein. 260, et bah voilà.
CNP Barf Pocket. Heavy macrame for 2.5 seconds.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static. Captain, I've been attempting to contact you with urgent news. However, communication on a UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. So glad we finally have this opportunity. My ship is docked with 1084. There's no escape. You've been poking your nose into restricted locations. This makes my superiors unhappy. I could peel your ship open like a can of Forest. But I'm in a sporting mood. I didn't say that. How did you gain access to that system? Stop it at once. Did you hit it yet? What's happening in there? I don't know who you are, but I have nothing to gain by risking my hide against a lunatic. Commander out.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
Shit!
Processing.
Attends, sérieux? Ah non, 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 mais moi je veux pas perdre la réputation du conseil en fait.
Captain.
I've been waiting for this day since we... You've been poking your nose into restricted locations. This makes... Adjutant Akande? Apologies. Whatever business Ms. Akande has at the station, I hope to see it in your report.
Prenons une petite sauvegarde parce que j'ai pas envie de...
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS. The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done. I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station? I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. That's right. Up until now, I've kept you in the dark for your protection, and more importantly, mine. But I'd like to think we've earned each other's trust. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know. Glad to know it, Captain. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters. No, they were hiding something the colony isn't ready to know. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain? Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it. Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone. I assume you have questions? You took that better than I thought. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species. I need you to put a bullet through her skull. Just think of it as salvaging hope from the smoking wreckage of humanity. This is your initiation into a future with sublight. Want a steady position in our ranks? Buy one with a bullet. Well, there's your usual fee. What else do you want, a promotion? It's yours. Even better. This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
Ça tombe bien, je voulais faire un trip à Byzance. Mais pour trouver une armure, pas forcément pour... buter quelqu'un.
Hey, look who it is.
You should give Our Lady. Don't take my word for it. Have a look.
« 73 quand même, hein. « 73, ça déconne zéro. » C'est une sacrée putain de différence, donc...
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
C'est vraiment, enfin ce jeu, c'est un bonheur en fait de se balader dedans.
I'd show you around, but I gotta keep watch. I must thank you for your excellent recommendation. Anyway, what can I... Quite well. You should see the way she pounds the table and gets straight to... I know I had my and since we're back in the board's good graces, we've got real... What can I do for you?
Je suis trop fort. Ah, je suis vraiment trop fort, on va pas se mentir. Je veux dire, à un moment, faut accepter le fait que j'ai géré ma mère. Ils allaient se foutre sur la gueule, ça allait faire un assaut sur la vie, et moi je vais... Attends un petit peu. Vous voulez pas être... copain? Aïe. Là, on prépare la quête pour l'armure de la chimère. Je récupère déjà tout ce que j'ai à faire, comme ça j'y vais, je vais bien, tiens, nique ta race. Par contre, les 10 pots de macaque, ça va être chiant, c'est mort. Hein.
You look like...
Je garde tout là dans l'histoire, hein. Ouais. Non, ça je peux enlever. Une armure de maraudeur. Une armure de maraudeur. Ça je m'en fous. Ça je m'en fous. Ça je garde. Nickel. Putain merde, il en manque 2 de peau de raptiodon. Attends. Il va m'en vendre une là, je me téléporte, il doit refaire son stock je pense. Parce que les pots de raptiodon c'est chiant à aller chercher. Hein. T'as de roost, c'est trop roost.
You look like a man.
Bon bah nique ta mère hein. Alors. Il va me falloir un truc de raptiodon. Je vais devoir aller sur l'autre planète là pour aller buter du raptiodon. Chier. De retour à Edgewater.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain. I'll lock up behind you.
Got my sight.
Hein?
your trek across the breathtaking landscape of Emerald Vale, Terra 2's most fertile settlement and future breadbasket of Halcyon. Take a moment to enjoy this vista with a can of Spacer's Choice Saltuna before you make your way to Mighty Scylla, Halcyon's biggest asteroid.
Je veux que j'aille sur Scylla maintenant. Logique. Mais on va aller faire la quête d'abord, parce que là j'ai tout ce qu'il faut, je crois, j'espère. À moins qu'il me faut encore une peau de raptiodon, mais ça va me faire chier ça. En vrai c'est sûr qu'il me faut une clé de raptiodon, donc on va aller sur Terra 2, mais Roseway. Voilà, Roseway, on va juste en buter un, parce que je crois qu'il m'en faut qu'un. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. Spacer's choice. Parfait. J'ai récupéré la potière raptiodon qu'il me faut et maintenant on va chercher la méga armure.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Byzance! Le truc c'est que je sais pas exactement où c'est, donc on va devoir piffer un peu.
berry crunch, sugar gel flakes, and berry flavored power nuggets. Now with 12% more.
My dear fellow,
I love Byzantium.
You, with the hips. Over here.
Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear. The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-traveled spacer. Splendid. Your walk, your posture, the cut of your clothes, you carry yourself with a... I'm Celeste Jolicoeur, and you, my dear, are Darling, you and that brutish swagger of yours have been on my mind the moment you stepped into my studio. I'm working on a new line of clothing. Marvelous! What I need is a survey of the outside world. What does... Also, I expect you to model, my dear. And when I say spacer, you have the bearing and demeanor... Fabulous! Like a star, darling. 2 outfits remain. I can't wait. Goodness. 1 outfit. Oh, how grotesque. I always suspected the dramas did no justice to real marauders. There are... Yes, that's it! I have it! I know exactly what we're doing! The saucy confident. 1 part Mantiqueen chitin, 3 parts hide from a raptidon's flank, and we're revolutionizing the fashion of Byzantium. Our work is anything but... I love the way you just smolder with contempt. It makes me want to spoil you. Here, treat yourself to a nice new gun or something. Get this done for me, and I'll have you strutting. For you, anything. The sooner you... What can I do for you, darling? The sooner you find... What can I do for you, darling?
What the fuck? Mais je les ai? Comment je fais ça?
CNP, Borston, Bakery. The new easy one. Borston Big Cheese is the only one.
Remember that stranger I saw on the...
The sooner you find... What can I do for you, darling?
Bizarre. On va en profiter pour aller sur Scylla, hein.
Destination reached. Sail. I'll lock up behind you.
Clinic searching.
Ça y est, on l'a enfin. Putain.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
know a guy who knows a guy who works at Odeon's.
Spacers choice target sauce. Candy sauce made with real atmospheric contaminants from the harvest. Great on fish sticks.
I've always loved
What can I do for you, darling? I've been thinking of a name for this new outfit. While you were gone, I put in an order for one of my bespoke Those slackwits at 8. Understatement of the year. Wonderful! I'm giving you authorization to retrieve this parcel on my behalf.
I love the Zanzibar.
FPS. Avec on parcelle service, merde.
A fine day for parcel. How may I be of assistance? If you would like to sign for a parcel, please go to window B.
Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service. How may I be of... It appears that a parcel for Ms. Jolicoeur, Celeste is currently out for delivery. Let me see here. A parcel for Jolicoeur, Celeste is being delivered to 316 Rockwell in the Byzantium Estates. Thank you for allowing HP...
Cherche un peu de Dr Pepper. Non, il est un peu tard, pas Dr Pepper, on va prendre de l'Oasis. Je vous présente l'Oasis du pauvre. Ça se boit, c'est Monoprix, c'est pomme cassis. Oh yeah. Donc le paquet a priori a été livré. Putain, c'est comme au travail en fait. Non mais il était livré chez vous. Ça repartir aux employés d'HPS.
Out with it, you wretched contraption!
You wretched contraption! Le problème, surtout le temps de chargement. Oh, putain, c'est lourd. Bah, il y a 2 litres quoi. Oh putain. Oh, oh, oh. C'est pas super bon.
Halcyon, how may I be of... I must respectfully ask that you calm down, please. Parcels must be picked up at window A. If you would like to lodge a complaint about the quality of your service, if you would like to request a complaint form at window C, please make an appointment. I see you're familiar with our...
Y'a personne au bureau C.
How may I be of assistance? Of course. If you could just verify for me that you are Jolicoeur, Celeste. Yes, I can see by your... Everything's... I hope this has been...
Oh putain! C'est long. Des allers-retours, des allers-retours, des allers-retours. Mais ça c'est plutôt rigolo parce que c'est des allers-retours dans une quête où en mode... tu cherches un colis HPS qui aura une postal service. Du coup, c'est pas mal. C'est pas con en fait. C'est même très drôle. Ça, je suis un peu blasé, mais c'est très drôle. Bon alors, elle est où la méga armure? Ça rame. Parfois ça rame dans puissance. Hein. Alors la méga armure du cul.
Remember that stranger I saw?
Hey, careful. Don't go running around in the middle of a crime scene.
Où est passé Céleste?
You mean Ms. Jolie Kerr? She was reported for practicing a subversive aesthetic. We found her in her office, working on something perverse. She didn't cooperate, so we had to put her down. Never took her for a dissident sympathizer.
Vous êtes obligé de la tuer?
Byzantium security regrets any disruption to regular flow of commerce. However, cultural and moral hygiene must always be maintained. Byzantium cultural standards are enforced by Universal Defense Logistics. Universal Defense Logistics. Your first and last line of defense in the war against sedition.
Chimère.
Lawbreaker, what do you think you're doing? I don't want any trouble out of you.
Alors attends. Chimère 58 d'armure légère. Ah ouais. Oh là là, elle a pris combien le conseil là? Oh c'est bon. Attends. Elle est niveau combien là l'armure? La chiméra? Elle est niveau 21 et elle a 58. Compétence de dialogue plus 10. Aïe aïe aïe. C'est débile. C'est idiot. Chimère 10 plus 10, c'est insane. Bon, j'ai quelqu'un à buter ici.
What do you suppose all that ruckus?
C'est vrai que 58 armure légère, c'est vénère, on va pas se mentir. Après, à voir si elle s'améliore. Donc c'est la meuf qui me dit ouais lol il y a des aliens hein, Gardons ça en perspective. 92. Putain c'est insane. Il fait que je suis à 60 dans chaque statistique et puis c'est bon je suis à 100 quoi.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside?
C'est moi qui pose des questions.
You're in my house, and I'm not fucking around. Start talking.
Je suis là pour des jeux complets
My
d'extraterrestres.
what conspiracy? Let's talk about this. Please. I think there's been a crucial If you came looking for some elaborate scheme, it isn't here. All I'm doing is trying to keep Halcyon alive.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving. The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have. Look around. We're the only intelligent aliens in Halcyon. Not for lack of trying. I wanted to save them all, but I wasn't strong enough. There are other teams. We didn't want to experiment on human test subjects, so we used the only resources we had. Each other. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back. You could always shoot me. I assume that's why you're here. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. The one on the wanted posters? I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander? For the lab, I need to get out of here. Phineas can... For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond... Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive.
Si je vous donne 2700 raisons.
That'll do, sucker.
Attends, c'est toi qui m'as traité de sucker, hein? Je vais juste te repiquer là-dessus.
System alert. Performing an area. That object is not registered to your employee account. What do you think you're doing? This worker is entirely lawful.
I hope Dr.
Pas super convaincu par ce que je viens de faire, hein, on va pas se mentir.
Wells has the resources to handle this project.
Je suis pas très sûr que ce soit Bombay, hein. 111, ça suffit largement en arme à une main, faut pas déconner. « 114 en persuasion. » Je m'en bats les couilles de la persuasion en fait, c'est ça le souci. Oui, mais d'accord, je peux la transformer. On s'en bat les couilles en fait. Renforce aux poignes. Vite à poigne. Oh, au final, c'est exactement la même chose. Oups. Oups. J'ai pas vu le compte d'Octo. C'est beaucoup trop, faut pas déconner. Ingénierie plus 15, ça fait comme ingénierie plus 30. Hein. Donc on va prendre parce que pour l'instant c'est vénère. Ah non, je perds du crochetage.
The repair station.
C'est direct 2000 balles hein, pour le monter donc. Pas du tout. Au moins les deux sont au même niveau maintenant. 1115, 1155, 1155, les deux sont au même niveau. Sauf que celle-là me demande moins quoi.
Is currently.
Avec 73 de... Pourquoi il me dit 6? Par contre, là, avec myope et à moitié aveugle, si je prends récompense de Nil, c'est 10% de dégâts. Ce qui est pas déconnant. Quelle heure est-il? On va pas tarder à arrêter, hein.
I believe your choice to spare Chartrand would be considered the honorable path, yes? Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Slice and dices cauterizes. Le truc c'est que je pourrais peut-être passer aux armes à deux mains, hein, mais bon.
Is it done? Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species, or are we finished here? You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues and called it a good start. Out of my eye.
Sublights is no more.
We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab. I think I'll initiate it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. The target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime. Careful, that's my communications terminal. I'd clap you on the shoulder if I went behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting. Aloysius Clark, Minister of Earth. Virtually every colony requires the presence of a minister. Clark is complicit in... Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the... I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need... Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green Of course. What's on your mind? Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least... To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. Because we've... Unfortunately, the Hope's colonists have been frozen for decades, well past your shelf life. Ah, you begin to perceive the truth. Yes, according to the board and their narrow-minded scientists, you should be a pile of organic sludge right now. 10 years. That's how long the average human can remain in hibernation. You were frozen for decades. But the conventional theories are wrong. You're living proof that it can be done. Well,
Doc, you have a message from...
I'm impressed, Captain.
I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Your signal made it through. We've pinpointed Dr. Wells's orbital lab. Excellent work. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have... Transmissions are so impersonal.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call.
Et donc du coup, qu'est-ce qu'il me reste à faire? Marchandises de Byzance. Ouais. Toc d'amarrage du précurseur.
Captain, I'm receiving an urgent docking request from another vessel.
Greetings from the Halcyon Parcel Service. Delivery is guaranteed within standard margins of certainty. I've got a special delivery for Alex Hawthorne of the Unreliable. With your permission, I'll see it transferred to your ship. With alacrity. Stand by, Captain Hawthorne. An HPS certified distribution technician has deposited the parcel into your cargo hold in accordance with hazardous waste disposal procedures. Scheduling a redelivery will require Form 232B Addendum 57. Unfortunate. Thank you for your patience. And please...
Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me. Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon. Should have known better. But I landed on something big. And now this job's an itch I can't stop scratching. There's a whole research compound left of the Sprats. I think I'm close to figuring out why. But something dangerous is closer to me. Got the job through one Minnie Ambrose. Top runger who just came into some money, was offering a hefty bid card for qualified help. Trust me, her money's good. Talk to Minnie. Take the job. If I ain't gonna live to see the payday, might as well be you. Consider us even, old pal.
Captain, the message contains landing coordinates for a small asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. It was recently registered to a Wilhelmina Ambrose. Simulating disgust. How distasteful. Humans eat there. I'm not touching it. Etc. Lucky Montoya had a statistically significant tendency to encounter situations of extreme danger. He was also the 4th best paid freelancer in the system. This had less correlation with his measured aptitudes, which rank at or below average, than with a pattern of fortunate circumstances. I have transferred the coordinates for Ambrose Manor to your navigation terminal. We can travel there when you are ready.
Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me. Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon. Should have known better. But my...
Mais j'ai d'autres trucs à faire en fait. non, pas du tout. Bon allez, on va sauvegarder là. Et on se dit la bonne nuit. Ciao tout le monde.